Seems like we received the email, so we're gonna do the discount.
Thank you.
No worries.
Are you guys doing the tour as well?
Yeah.
Or just the fruit one?
It's about 30% cheaper than in a regular supermarket. So maybe if you're into doing groceries, maybe if you're into cooking, guys, this is the perfect place to visit, right? So guys, nothing personal against bananas, mangoes, pears, or apples. I mean, I love those fruits, but we didn't come here to try those, right? Guys, we came here to try exotic fruits. Why? Because Colombia is the country that produces the most variety of fruits all around the world. Guys, in Colombian territory, we grow up to 433 different varieties of edible fruits, which is a lot.
Plenty survive with this, just to make your money day. But my people then go say I know one buy, I know one die, I know one women. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want the love. You better tell me what's it go? What you want go? All the Bentley, the gas, ride the boat.
Hola, buenas. People, the idea is to start the tour with the most traditional fruit that we have here in Colombia. The fruit that you will always find in Colombian houses. Guys, the fruit that I'm talking about is this one over here. Jennifer, you're not participating on this question, right? You're Colombian, so you already know it. But guys, for the rest of you, what is this? What does it taste like?
Oh, yes.
You know it. Tell me. Guys, let's say that yes, it is a tomato, but it is a special kind of tomato. It is a tomato that grows in a tree. People, the name is pretty much self-explanatory. It is a tomato that grows in a tree, right? Guys, the name of in Spanish is tomate de árbol. Tomate de árbol, tree tomato. So people, here in the cards, what we will see always is the name of the fruit, the translation to English. And then in the back, guys, what we can see is the map and the area where we grow the fruit in a commercial way. It's not the only area where we grow the fruit, but the area where we grow it in a commercial way, right? Also, people, we can see the climates of the hill. As in Colombia, we don't get proper seasons. We just get the raining and dry season. This is how tomate de árbol, guys, looks in the inside. So, there you go. There you go. People, try to always smell everything that I give you before trying, alright? So you can talk me about the flavor and also compare it with the others. You don't like tomate de árbol or don't? Let's give it a try, alright?
It's the texture.
It's the texture though. I just gonna keep on. I'm gonna be over here mad.
You can take a SpongeBob bite, do the...
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you. It tastes really good with sugar.
Also, people, it is native to the country.
Like it
is really affordable. And also, tomate de árbol is really rich in vitamin E, which means that it can help you to improve vision. It is also helpful against migraines, and it can help you to lower high blood pressure.
Maybe I need to keep eating.
Guys, tomate de árbol has a lot of benefits. It is really cheap. It is native to the country. It is the perfect fruit for us Colombians, right? Guama.
Guama?
Let's say that no, it is not guama. Guama is way bigger and it is green. People, I have plenty of cards, right? So, the idea is not to try all of these fruits, because that will take us like 7 hours. People, let's accommodate over here. The idea is to try the fruits that are available, right? Unfortunately, guama is one of my favorite fruits, but it's really hard to find in markets like this one. People, this is guama.
Oh.
It literally tastes like cotton candy. On the other hand, guys, this one doesn't taste like cotton candy, right? People, how does it smell like to you?
Chocolate?
Like chocolate, for real. People, let's say that the fruit that we're about to try is called algarroba.
Algarroba.
People, the thing with algarroba, you never tried it?
No, never.
Perfect. Guys, let's say that the thing with algarroba is that they never change their color. So the only way or you have to check that an algarroba is ready to be eaten, people, is by smelling it. Guys, the algarroba must stink.
Ah, it's kind of like a
Exactly, but let's say that durian, the flavor is way worse than this is. Guys, let's say that the odor of algarroba here in Colombia, we call it pecueca. Jennifer, do you know what pecueca is?
I do.
How will you explain pecueca to the rest of us?
After a very long day,
Exactly.
you take your shoes off, and maybe it's humid, moist, smelly, stinky,
Exactly.
everything together.
So guys, pecueca is pretty much the name that we give to the odor of your dirty feet.
Yeah.
A smelling food, exactly. Guys, the closer the algarroba smells to your dirty feet after playing a really long match of soccer, the better the algarroba is gonna taste, right? For real. Exactly. It's more smell, it must smell like your dirty feet. They stink a lot. So
theirs
does
is better.
algarroba, right? So guys,
Your smell?
people. People, they are not harmful at all, alright? Let's say that, as they have algarroba over there, this area tends to be stinky, alright? So guys, who wants to give it a try? Who would like to open the algarroba? Who would like to give it a try?
I'll try.
You'll try? Perfect. So, the algarroba, we have a special tool, we also have a special area. You can accommodate yourself over here. So, you grab it from here, and you hit it right in the middle, right? So, sorry, let me. So you grab it from there, and you hit it right here in the middle, right? How like you want to open it? Perfect, perfect.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want to smell it.
Guys, let's say that, unfortunately, we cannot try this algarroba. Why? Guys, because this one is already wasted. Exactly. As you can see, guys, this is not the color that you want on your algarroba, right? People, this one is already molded, right? So, sometimes it is hard to tell when an algarroba is ready to be eaten, right? Because just basing your opinion on the smell, just basing your choosing on the smell, remember, it doesn't have to be one hit, it can be 2, 3 hits, right? Perfect, perfect like that, perfect, once more, perfect.
That's nasty. That's that one.
Guys, let's say that this one is the color that you want with the algarroba, but this is not the texture that you want for your algarroba, guys. You want your algarroba to be powdery, but this one has a weird texture. Let me open the other one to see. Perfect. This is the one that we were looking for. Guys, as you can see, the color, the difference in the color with the first one is obvious, right? And also, the difference in the texture with the second one is also obvious. Guys, let's say that you want your algarroba to be powdery. It means that it is not gonna be the juiciest fruit that we will try for today's tour, but you don't want it to have that texture, right? So guys, I'm gonna give everyone a little algarroba so we can all try it together as a team, all right? So, the spoon. Let me give you some. Perfect. Let me give you some. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. We're all gonna try it together as a team, right?
Okay.
I gotta hold it down here because if I smell it, I'm not gonna.
I know.
I feel like he gave me the biggest piece.
Perfect. Let me
That one in the corner.
I'm gonna have to.
Guys,
She will.
The thing is that algarroba actually has seeds inside of it. Over here there's a seed, and people, the seed is actually harder than the shell, all right? So we have to get the meat, the flesh, all around the seed. Perfect, like this. And perfect. So people, cheers. Sorry guys, I highly recommend you don't place the algarroba right in the middle of your mouth, because as you can see it is powdery, which means that it is dry, so it will give you a dry mouth. Guys, I highly recommend you place it on a cheek, so you don't get a dry mouth. You can also suck the flavor out of it, right? So people, cheers. What does it taste like, guys?
Like a nasty pill.
Like a what?
A nasty pill.
For real? Mm-hmm. Guys, to me this actually kinda sweet, maybe at the end. To me, maybe there's like a banana-ish flavor.
Yeah.
Exactly, like a little honey flavor at the end of it.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Like what? Like masa.
That's more like
Oh yeah, like a little bit like that.
more like mullen.
More like what?
Mullen.
Okay, let's say that to me, algarroba is one of the most exotic fruits that you can find here in the market. Because people, it doesn't look like a fruit. It doesn't smell like a fruit. You have to use a hammer to open the thing. And guys, it is really powdery. Here in Colombia, that's the reason why we never consume algarrobas like this. People, we never buy algarrobas like this. How to return the hammer? I have to pay for the algarroba, right? So guys, do you see over there the men working with corn? Guys, the idea is that we stop there and we get to talk about the corn process here in the market, right? People, why? Because corn is super important for the whole country. So guys, over there, do you see the men sitting on red? You turn this way to the left and there you will see a lot of people working with corn. They already know us, so you can take pictures, alright? So I'm just gonna do all the things that I mentioned and I will catch up with you, alright? So I'll see you in a minute.
Gracias.
So people, as I told you, the idea of stopping here is to get to talk about corn. Why? Guys, because corn is super important for Colombia's gastronomy. People, here in Colombia we don't consume bread early in the morning as they do in other countries all around the world. Here we consume arepas, buñuelos, natilla, tamales, many corn preparations, right? For that reason, guys, our corn process is really important. Guys, the first two steps of the process that we have in the market are removing the leaves from the corn. Sorry?
Husking.
Oh, that's what it's called. Guys, sorry, English is not my native language. So sometimes I get vocabulary while working, alright? How do you say it?
H-U-S-K.
H-U-S-K. That's how you call it. That's the specific verb for removing the husking. I'm gonna steal it, alright? I'm gonna use it. So guys, the first step of the process is husking the leaf, right? Did I get it right? I got it right. Perfect. So guys, with these leaves, what they can do is that they gather all of it together and they actually use it to feed horses and cows. People, the second step of the process is... Perdón, ¿tenés ahí un poquito de celito? Guys, the second step of the process is actually removing the silk. People, muchas gracias. From this silk, you can actually place it into boiling water. You drink the water, And a lot of people have told me that you can drink the water and it actually is helpful to dilute kidney stone. Guys, to be completely honest, I never read a study based on the topic, right? So I cannot tell you scientifically if it is true or not. But many people, especially from Colombia, from Venezuela, and also from the States, they have told me that it actually works. So it must mean something, right? So guys, the leaves, they use them to feed horses and cows. The silk, they use it as a natural medicine. Then the next step of the process is getting the kernels, right? So let's go this way and we can actually see how they remove the kernels, right? Muchachos, muchas gracias. Vale, comamos, todo bien. Vale, perdón, ¿te molestas si les muestro cómo estás ahí? ¿Seguro? Muchas gracias. So guys, wow, there's nothing more Colombian than seeing the kernels and listening to the Colombian Christmas music. So people, as you can see, he's not using a special tool. He's just using a knife. Also, he's using an old pair of jeans as extra protection. So he peels the kernels against himself. That way he avoids getting hurt. People, when he's done removing the kernels, he's left with the inner part. Guys, this inner part. Let me give you a napkin so you can actually clean it a little bit, right? People, this inner part. Wait, careful. This inner part is actually. I think I left the napkins over here. I will go for them a moment, right? Guys, the inner part is actually really hard. So what we do is that we chop it, we place it into water, and we give it to pigs. As pigs, they eat basically anything that you give to them, right? Also, guys, when you are done with the process, you get the kernels. Guys, the kernels, they have like a thin layer, like a skin covering the thing. People, this skin is perfectly eatable. I mean, it is not gonna kill you, but our population don't like the texture. So what we do is that by using really big fans like the one that they have in that room, they remove all the skin and they also use it with horses and cows. People, to me that's beautiful. Because if they were doing a process like this one in any other country, they will be creating a lot of garbage. But here in Colombia, they give a usage to every single part of the process. They use the leaf to feed horses and cows. They use the silk as a natural medicine. They use the inner part to feed pigs. They use the skin to also feed horses and cows. And of course, they use the kernels to feed Colombians. So guys, we just saw the whole process. How you get the kernels, right? Now let's go ahead and talk how we Colombians actually consume the corn here in the country. Or the original recipe. Nowadays you can find different places where they may add sugar if they want them to be sweeter. Some baking powder if they want them to be fluffier. Some wheat powder if they want them to be cheaper, right? So guys, these kernels over here, we call them chocolo. People, do we know what chocolo is? No idea. Guys, let's say that chocolo means that the kernels they are fresh. For that reason, when you prepare arepas with chocolate, you get arepas de chocolate, the yellow arepas, the ones, guys, that they preserve their color, also their sweet flavor. But on the other hand, you also have maize. People, maize are the kernels that have been dried up. For that reason, when you prepare arepas with maize, you get arepas de maize, the white arepas, the ones that don't have flavor on them, right? Because the kernels, they have been dried up. It is not a different variety of corn. This is exactly the same corn, but one is fresh, the other one has been dried up. Guys, let's say that the market opens around 2-3 a.m. right? Why? Because truck drivers, they like to drive at night. That way they can avoid traffic, right? So truck drivers, they will be arriving to the market at 2-3 a.m. more or less, right? When they are done distributing the fruits, selling the fruits to the vendors. In those stands over there, they sell beers. So they just sit and they start drinking. That's something that they do. Guys, let's say that the market closes around 4-5 p.m. Why? Because if you like to buy your fruits fresh, if you want to buy your vegetable fresh, you must come early in the morning. That's the reason why we do the tour 9:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Because at 2 p.m., all the good fruit, they have already been sold, right? People, now, the next fruit that we're gonna try is actually the fruit that you see over here hanging, people. Guys, do we know what this fruit is? The one that you see hanging over here? No idea. Jennifer, you know it. Perfect. What's the name of it? Exactly. People, let's say that the fruit that we're about to try is called chontaduro. People, chontaduro grows mostly in the Amazon and the Pacific region of the country. The thing with chontaduro, people, is that the one that you see hanging over here and the one that you see over here is the exact same fruit. The only difference, the reason why this one is shining, guys, is because this chontaduro over here has been boiled for 3.5 hours. Why, you may ask? Guys, because the skin of chontaduro is known to have toxins. So you must boil it for 3.5 hours in order to dilute the toxins and make it eatable. Guys, it's not like the toxins are gonna kill you, right? A lot of people from Panama, they have told me that we eat chontaduro without boiling the fruit, and we're just fine. That may be related with the fact that they're used to doing so. So they have already get used to it, right? But to an inexpert stomach, it may give you a stomach, right? So it's better that we boil it. And actually, after boiling the thing, guys, it is still recommended to peel the fruit, right? So I'm gonna place the cards over here. Guys, the thing is that, as I told you, chontaduro has been boiled for 3.5 hours, right? Touch it. Guys, even though we have boiled the chontaduro for 3.5 hours, it is still really, really hard. What does that mean, people? That is not the juiciest that we will try for today's, right? So guys,
Another powder fruit.
with time, I have realized that chontaduro may not be the flavor for everyone.
Oh God.
So I wouldn't recommend. So guys, I wouldn't recommend you eat the whole thing. I would recommend you take a small bite. Why? Because we're gonna eat chontaduro in 3 different ways, right, people? Guys, I recommend you smell it before trying the fruit, right?
That didn't work out good last time.
It did. We were prepared.
Smells like chicken. It smells like chicken. Guys, I swear to God, this is the first time that somebody has told me that it smells like chicken.
It does smell like chicken noodle soup.
People, to me, it smells like tomato soup. Maybe like a squash, but like chicken.
It does smell
It
like
doesn't smell like chicken. It doesn't smell like chicken.
That's wild.
Chestnut. To me, it smells more like tomato soup, but I think it's the first time that I have heard somebody say that it smells like chicken.
Gotta be an American thing.
Gotta be American. Guys, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, he ate the whole thing.
He does this
Take a
every
small.
day.
People, I love it.
He said, oh no.
Texture is done.
It's definitely giving
Like potato, like sweet potato.
boiled chicken.
Without the sweet. People, to me.
Yes.
Sorry? I don't No. The interesting thing. Didn't you like it? But we're gonna try it in 3 different ways, alright? That's what I told you to keep some of it, right?
Whoops.
Guys, that's the reason why I told you not to eat the whole thing at once. You just take a small bite, right? People, as the prices of chontaduro also tend to be really expensive. Guys, the kilo of chontaduro can cost you 13, 14, 16,000 pesos per kilo. Guys, that's like 5 or 6 kilos of tomate de árbol. So, people don't like the flavor, and it is expensive. It is not the most popular food that you may find here in Antioquia, right? So guys, as I told you, we're gonna try it in 3 different ways. We try it by itself. Now we're gonna try it with some salt on top of it, right? So give me 1 second, I'll bring the salt. I like it better with the salt. Guys, to me, personally, I like it better with the salt. The salt actually helps with the bitterness, maybe, and makes it a little bit sweeter. Alright? So guys, they were eating chontaduro, believing that the energy or of the protein of chontaduro was somehow related with sexual energy.
That's why I say powder.
Exactly. Like maybe a powder with a thing, right? Guys, let's say that we were not 100% sure about the thing. We didn't know if it was true or not. But, guys, an university of the country did a study based on the topic. And they actually found that if you eat chontaduro during 50 days on an empty stomach every morning, it increases your levels of testosterone. Wow. Guys, testosterone is the main hormone linked to sexual energy, right? So people, unfortunately, it's not like by eating this little amount, you will get the benefits that you are looking for. Guys, you have to eat chontaduro during 50 days on an empty stomach for it to actually have an effect on your body, right? So black population, guys, living in Chocó, they believe that it was a natural aphrodisiac, and an university of the country proved them right by using science, right? So guys, we tried chontaduro by itself. We try it with salt. Now let's go ahead and try it with salt and honey at the same time, right? So, there you go. So people,
This why he's so swollen. Like
let's say that young men, as we have naturally more testosterone than women, what they like to do when they know that they're having a sexy night that night is early in the morning drinking some chontaduro juice. Guys, with the chontaduro juice, they think that some way they will perform better, right?
Oh.
But why? Guys, that way is mostly just a placebo effect, playing with your mind. In order to have the actual benefits of chontaduro, you must eat it during 50 days on an empty stomach, right?
50 days.
5-0.
On an empty stomach every morning.
Try it. Let me know what you think about the chontaduro with salt and honey.
I think I need a little more. I think I need a little more seasoning.
Thank you.
Just a little bit.
You said a little more seasoning.
Would you like it with salt and honey? Guys, let's say that with salt and honey, it is the favorite way for Colombians. As our main combination in terms of gastronomy is a combination of sweetness and saltiness. So that's the reason why we add honey to the thing. But I may understand if you tell me that you like it better with just the salt, right? But who do you like it with salt and honey? Good?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it no way.
So guys, as I was telling you, young men, they drink chontaduro juice early in the morning thinking that that will help them to perform better at night if they know that they're having a sexy night. Guys, once more, that's just the placebo effect playing with your mind.
About to say that.
But, guys, mind is
be like, you know
powerful.
that don't work, right?
So it may be helping them. More importantly, guys, here in this kind of stance, you can also add some vitamins to your chontaduro juice. So let me show you the bottles. Give me 1 second. Reina, perdón, con permiso, vamos. But also, guys, you can add the yellow guy.
That is a giant penis.
Oh,
that is a
wow.
giant penis. That is hilarious.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
No way.
Guys, to be completely honest, I had no idea what is said over here in Chinese.
You don't need to know.
But
I get the idea.
somebody some years ago, she translated the thing for me. And it seems like it says, makes it big, long, lasting, and thick. Right?
Like I said, you didn't need to know the words.
Exactly. The image is pretty much self-explanatory. That's the reason, guys, why we don't know the name of the bottle. If you ask the vendor, they will tell you the yellow guy or 180, which means absolutely nothing. I mean, they just name it as what they know what to read, right? And also, guys, they can also add rompe chiquito.
Oh.
Guys, these images are pretty much self-explanatory, right?
Yes.
So guys, you can add these things to the chontaduro juice, people. You drink the juice, and when you add all of these ingredients to the chontaduro juice, guys, you call it tumbacatres. Do you know what tumbar means?
Sounds sexual.
It is really sexual. Guys, tumbar means to knock up, to break down. Catre means bed. So the name of the juice is breaking down the bed, knocking off the bed. That's how you call it when you add all of these things to the chontaduro juice, right? People, we're gonna try chontaduro juice, but without these things,
I
right?
don't want all that.
People, let's say that.
No, thank you.
If you take a look at the label, it is mostly just vitamin, right? Guys, the only one that I know that is prohibited to be sold here in Colombia is Mero Macho. Because based on what I have read, it also has some of the same ingredients that Viagra has. So, consuming the thing without being aware of the ingredients and the quantity is dangerous. In places like this one, you can find it, alright? But I wouldn't recommend, guys, you add any of these things, right? People, they love to do it. It's better that you don't. So guys, let's give it a try to chontaduro juice. So, the spoon.
Alright.
I'm scared.
No worries, it has nothing on it. It's gonna do nothing to your body, right?
You gonna try?
So people, this chontaduro juice is based with milk. So is somebody lactose intolerant or vegan? No? Got it. Also guys, this one is not just chontaduro juice, it is also borojo juice. People, borojo is the fruit that you can see over here in the bags. And this fruit is also known to be a natural aphrodisiac.
Not bad. It's better than it by itself.
Like yogurt, to me it's much like yogurt. The texture is good.
Y'all are shaming
Like
me.
the mixed berry yogurt.
It's gonna spill.
Thank you.
Like yogurt. But guys, remember that you have to eat it during 50 days in order for it to have an effect on your body. Right? So guys, this one is chontaduro juice with borojo juice.
Y'all wanna know what's funny?
What?
Out of everything I tasted, I think I like the tree tomato the best.
You like the what, babe?
I think I like the tree tomato the best.
What? You who doesn't like tomatoes?
Okay, in my defense,
Tell you what everything else tastes like. I don't think I'm a fan of protein-filled fruit. I think
I feel like if it's gonna have fruit, it has to be in a smoothie for me. I have to add like my
Sorry?
Is there a pin there?
Guys, let's say that the next fruit that we will try for today's tour is give me just one more.
They probably call it something different.
I mean, like how I think in St. Lucia they call
The
it.
next fruit that we will try for today's tour, people, is called mamoncillo.
That is Guinea.
Guinea.
Yeah.
This one is
Guinea.
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 Guinea. Where is it from? What have you tried?
Jamaica.
From Jamaica. Guys, let's say that fruits, they don't have like a formal name everywhere in the world. So
Everywhere calls it different, but it's the same thing.
you're teaching me a lot of words today. Thank you so much. This is more like an English class. People, let's say that mamoncillo here in Colombia is also one of the most popular foods that you can find. Guys, what happens with mamoncillos here in the market is that you always ask the vendors first. How is the mamoncillo today? Because mamoncillo can either be extremely sour or sweet or somewhere in the middle. So you choose it based on your personal preference. Guys, the sellers, they will either tell you it is good, it is bad, or better, you try it. And based on the flavor of one mamoncillo, you can already know the flavor of all the mamoncillos over there because they grow in one single tree. Guys, let's give it a try too, mamoncillo. Right? You place the whole
like that.
thing on your mouth and then you start eating the flesh around the thing.
You like it, babe?
This I know.
Sorry?
This I know.
This one you know.
I'm West Indian, so we call it Guinea, Aki. The Mexicans call it Guinepa.
Nobody correct calls it apple.
The next fruit that we will try for today's tour is actually rambutan. Rambutan is part of the lychee family. Guys, the thing with rambutan is that, as I told you, the idea of today's tour is to get to try the fruits that are available. Guys, rambutan is not easy to find in the market at all. It can be really difficult to see rambutan in the market. Guys, that's lovely. In no other country you will see somebody just like walking with a speaker in the market. So people, that's the main reason why also the prices of rambutan, they tend to be ridiculous. People, one piece of rambutan can cost you 2,000 pesos. Each rambutan. Guys, with 2,000 pesos you can get a bag full of mamoncillos, or with 2,000 pesos you can get half a kilo of tomate de árbol. That's the reason why finding it in a commercial way is not that easy. Also guys, because even though Colombia is the country that produces the most variety of fruits all around the world, our population still sticks to the normal fruits. The most consumed fruit in Colombia, people, is mango. So when the Colombians actually look at this fruit, they don't even dare to try it because it looks really, really weird. That's the reason why we don't grow it in a commercial way. That's the reason why the prices, they tend to be expensive, right?
They're the international market. I was just trying to figure out like.
And there you go. So guys, people, the way how you open rambutan is actually similar to mamoncillo. Guys, by using your finger, crack it open like this, and you consume the part that is in the
Flesh.
Guys, as it is so hard to find rambutan in the market, I don't have a rambutan card, unfortunately. So, next time you visit Colombia, I swear I have a rambutan card for you, right? But people, to me, rambutan is the perfect example of a fruit that is delicious. But unfortunately, due to commercial things, it is not that popular here in the country. Right? So guys, we try mamoncillo, we try rambutan. Now people, we are gonna try uchua, goldenberry, gooseberry, or what they call it in Europe, pisalis, right? So people, uchua.
Are we going to get food?
Uchuas, guys,
Yes.
are the ones that you can find over here. People, the thing with uchuas is that they are a fruit that is native to the Peruvian side of the Andes region. And as here in Colombia we share the Andes region with Peru, you can find uchuas everywhere. So guys, let me. Here you go.
That's not what I was expecting it to feel like. Oh, it's just a wrapper.
There you go. So people, also, with uchuas, you have to be extremely careful. Guys, with uchuas, what you do is that you peel the leaf, right? And guys, carefully, you place the whole uchua on your mouth. And you eat it, all of it, at once.
Let me get you. Let me get you. It's on?
So you get the explosion of flavor in your mouth.
Okay.
What do you like?
I like it.
Perfect.
Okay.
I can mess with that.
I mess with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
One time.
It's like a gooseberry. No, it is too sour. Like a cake.
Thank you.
Okay, you don't like sour.
I like
I really don't like that.
Perfect.
Thank you. I could definitely deal with that. I could
Thank you.
So guys,
I mean tomato vibes.
let's say that.
Like cherry tomato but sour.
Yeah, like cherry tomatoes, but sour.
I wouldn't know.
More of a tropical flavor. Guys, let's say that many people from Europe, they have told me that you can buy uchuas, they call it pisalis, and in Europe, a handful of uchuas can cost you 3 or 4 euros. Guys, for a handful of uchuas. But as I told you, here in Colombia, we share the Andes region with Peru. So we grow uchuas everywhere. That means, guys, that the handful of uchuas can cost you 1,000 or 2,000 pesos. Guys, the handful of uchuas can cost you like 25 cents, 50 cents for a handful of them. That's the reason people, why they are so popular over here. That's also the reason why we use them to cook. We prepare juices, marmalade, we place it on top of cheesecakes. We make plenty of preparations with uchua, right? So guys, would you like another one?
I would.
Perfect. So, guys, the thing with uchua is that you always want the lighter one. Exactly, not the lighter one, but the one that has the leaf like this texture, right? If the leaf is greenish like this one, it means that the uchua is on the ripe, so it's gonna be more sour than normally, all right?
I don't want that one.
Like this, I think that one. Wild mangosteen. This is how they also call madroño. People, madroño is a fruit that is popular in Colombia, but it's also really hard to find because it is not grown in a commercial way, right? People, they like to call it a mangostino as well because in the inside it is really similar, but the flavor is totally different, right? So guys, let's come this way so they can actually help me to open it because we have to use a knife. Muchas gracias. So people, the madroño, you have to cut it open and you consume the seeds in the inside, right? There you go. So guys, the thing with madroño is that as most of the fruits that you cannot find in a commercial way, it also tends to be expensive. Not as expensive as
Gracias.
rambutan is, but also 500 pesos per unit.
Did you want floss?
She need hers.
Oh, that is
Ooh,
sour.
that's sour. No, the mango.
Is to try passion fruit. Guys, how many passion fruits do we know? How much do you know? How many do you know? What are the names of them?
I don't know the name.
But you know them.
There's the brown one,
The purple one.
the purple one, has the yellow.
What else?
I don't know. I can't remember the last one.
No worries. So guys, let's say, how many do you know them? Which ones do you know? Perfect. So people, let's say that in Colombia we grow up to 6 different varieties of passion fruit, which is a lot. That's the reason why we're not gonna try the 6 different varieties, because this is not a passion fruit tour, right? But guys, we will try the 3 main varieties that we consume here in Colombia. People, one of the main varieties is gulupa. Gulupa is actually the most popular passion fruit all around the world. Guys, this is the one that you can find pretty much all around the world. And this is also the one that we Colombians grow mostly for exportation. Almost 90% of the production of gulupas here in the country is exported to other countries, right? Because it is the most popular passion fruit. And guys, it is the one that we have over here, right? Guys, also we have granadilla, the sweet passion fruit. The one that tends to be the sweetest all among the passion fruits, right? And guys, it's the one that we have over here, right? Also guys, we have the most popular passion fruit for us Colombians. And guys, the most popular passion fruit for us Colombians is maracuya. Maracuya is the most popular one for us, as it is the one that has the strongest character, that has the most flavor on it, like much flavor on it. So maracuya is right, sorry, give me one moment, it's right over here. And finally, people, we also have the fruit that meeting was asking about, which is called urua. The banana passion fruit. This one. Guys, this is the one that we were asking about. This is the one over here. But people, in my personal opinion, urua is the most mediocre. Exactly. We will try them and we will notice that each passion fruit has a really big characteristic that makes it different from all the other ones. Urua is just like plain. That's the reason why when we have the 3 main other varieties, I better give you those ones rather than giving you one that to me is mediocre. Right? So guys, come this way, David. Guys, I'm gonna explain what I'm doing in a second, right? I'm not going crazy, I swear. Exactly. Guys, let's say that there's a general rule with the passion fruit, and it is that, guys, with the majority of the passion fruit, let's better say with all your passion fruits, people, what you want to do is you want to shake them gently. You want to feel, guys, like they're full of seeds. But if for some reason you feel like the seeds they are moving a lot, it means that they lost their water, so the passion fruit is gonna be as tasty as it will normally be, right? So go. And who's missing? Everyone has one. Perfect. Guys, let's say that. As I told you, lupa is the most popular passion fruit all around. Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just an empty bag.
No worries. So people, let's say that almost 90% of the whole production of gulupas that we have here in Colombia, we grow it for exportation. What does that mean, people? That the gulupas that we get to consume here in Colombia are the ones that got rejected in the exportation. Are the ones, guys, that didn't meet the standard aesthetic criteria. People, that's, sorry, gulupa looks in the inside. People, to me, this is beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful.
You want to share one or you want to
Sure.
We can share.
So guys, let's say that.
Why do you say it's bad? Oh, it is bad.
This one is exactly. Guys, shake this one, and you will feel the difference.
Can I shake it, babe?
Shake it like a
So people, let's say that the thing with the aesthetic criteria for gulupas is kinda tricky, because you will normally think. Let me help you with this one. What you will normally think, guys, is that the most beautiful fruit is the one that tastes the better. Guys, that's not the case with fruits. I mean, nature is perfect, but not that kind of fruit. In the case of gulupa, guys, it is actually the opposite. You want your gulupa to be ugly, guys. You want your gulupa to have wrinkles on it. You want your gulupa to not have like the perfect purple coloration on it. The ugliest gulupa is the one that actually tastes better, right? There you go. And
Yeah, we're gonna share.
Perfect.
Oh, hey.
Hey, babe.
Colombia. Better.
The fact that it feels like
He made a drink out of that.
It's actually pretty good. Here. Your turn. Let me see. Grab this.
And more importantly, guys, because we have maracujá. So when you have maracujá available, guys, you never go with gulupa, because maracujá is actually a more flavorful version of gulupa, right? So guys, that is gulupa, the most common passion. Now let's go ahead and assemble some maraca. So guys, to me, it resembles a maraca. But remember, if you shake your maraca, your granadilla, and it moves, you don't buy it. It is wasted. Well, it is not wasted, but the seeds, they have lost their water, so it means that it is not gonna be as flavorful as it will normally.
Is it good, babe?
So people, to me, you're shooting.
I think so. Maybe. I could be tripping.
there are like 3 seasons.
Guys, let's say that what I would recommend you do is you don't shake it too hard, because you may have loosened the seeds, right? So, sorry, give me just 1 second. This one better. So, guys, to me, granadilla is the most convenient fruit. Why? People, you don't need a special tool to open your granadilla. Guys, the only thing that you do is by using your tongue. You break it, and then you start peeling around the thing. Guys, when you are done peeling your granadilla, you may have something like this. Guys, don't worry if it is not as beautiful as mine. I have been doing this for a really long time. So guys, once you have this, the only thing that you have to do, people, is that you place your mouth in the hole, you squeeze and you suck at the same time. That way you don't need to use the spoon to consume the granadilla, right? So people, like this.
I don't think I like that one. He had me a squeeze and suck. I said, down, so I'm like, no, I want to be good. Squeeze and suck.
Go for it. Oh, whoa, that's backward.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, very.
like a crazy thing to say.
I knew when you said that. I It's good. You must like it, babe. You like it? I see. Just slurping it up over there.
Exactly.
I don't even like pasta.
So guys, Jennifer, he just reminded me that granadilla is the most popular food among children. Why? Guys, because it is sweet. So your mom is always gonna give you a granadilla so you bring to school. More importantly, guys, the main reason why they like to give you granadilla is because they know for sure that you're gonna eat it. Why? Guys, because when you're a kid, in order to open your granadilla, you hit your friend on the head, you break the thing, and you throw the filling on the ground. So your mom knows that you're gonna eat it because you like to hit your friends on the head with the granadilla, right? Guys, also to me, granadilla makes the perfect snack for travelers because you buy a lot of them. They're actually cheap. You keep them on the fridge. They got all cold, all refreshing. You bring them with you to the countryside. You don't need a special tool to open the granadilla. You just need your friend's head. You hit your friends on the head with the granadilla. You throw the filling on the ground, it decomposes. You eat the thing, you throw the rest of it in the ground, it also decomposes, right? So guys, to me, granadilla makes the perfect snack for travel. So guys, we try gulupa, we try granadilla. Now we're gonna try the most popular passion fruit, maracuja, right? So,
Oh, that's
take it.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Guys, check these two. Oh. Guys, these are examples of maracujas that you don't want to eat, right? Give me just one.
Oh yeah, this is no good.
You want to shake this?
You can feel that thing moving around.
What do you want me to hold two for?
Yeah, that thing. Oh yes. You can feel it.
Yeah, here's my trash can right here.
Perfect.
Here's
So,
my trash can. Oh, you really like that. You're serving it up.
so guys, you can feel it, right? People, let's say that the thing with maracuja is that it is a fruit that is naturally sour. What does that mean? That guys, it gets sour the other way around. The more ripe maracuja gets, the more sour it gets, right? Sorry? Let's say that you want it to be fairly young. Like you want it to have like greenish, yellowish coloration, to be like smooth. That way, the ones that have many wrinkles on them, those ones are gonna be extremely sour, right? People who like sourness. You like sourness, you like sour. Guys, let's say that the main reason why I'm asking you is not because these two portions are differently sour, but because this one is way bigger. Oh. So guys, the thing with maracuja is that it is the most popular passion fruit in Colombia, mostly because of its really strong character. It has a lot of flavor on it, right? So, 1 second. Just you don't want to try it? You sure?
I'll try it.
Smell that.
If you don't like sour.
You can smell the sour off of
You're
that.
gonna smell
Yeah,
the
it
sour.
smells like
You can
orange.
smell the sour.
In the high part of the house,
It
guys,
is
if you want to give it a try, really good ice cream and maracuja is the perfect place.
I think if it was like a gelato, it would be really good.
The flavor of maracuja, right?
Okay.
So guys, those are
Colombian
the
already.
passion. Right? Now people, the next fruit that we will try for today's tour is the dragon fruit. Exactly.
Yellow.
Guys, we have a different variety of dragon fruit here in Colombia. People, you can actually see the pink variety over here.
Yeah.
Guys, this pink variety comes from Southeast Asia, but the yellow variety, the one that we know as pitaya, this one actually comes from Southeast Asia, right? Sorry, no, this one's from Southeast Asia, the one from Mexico, right?
What about the one that's pink on the inside?
That one, they also mostly grow it to import it here in Colombia. I don't know that one, where is it from? I think that it is also from Southeast Asia, right? But the one that I know that is from Mexico is the yellow variety, right? Give me one moment, please.
They got the dragon fruit that's pink on the inside.
With the black seed.
Yeah, normally that's
The pink one doesn't, but we had the yellow one the other day.
The thing with pitaya,
the white
guys,
one
is
on the
that
side. That's it like
pitaya is the fruit of a cactus. right? For that reason, you must be extremely careful. You must always double check for spikes. Guys, they are big. So you must always clear your pitayas before consuming them, right? Give me just 1 second.
I don't know if I want that.
Now you gotta crack it open.
I'm not deserving of the item.
That's what I'm saying. I needed to come prepared.
Guys, I think this one is clear. I'm not going to hurt myself. Yeah. Guys, touch it. Right? To me, guys, what does it feel like? Sorry, to you that. To me, it's also like firm. Exactly. Guys, exactly. Guys, to me, it is also pretty much like rubber. This one is like an stress ball as well. Right? The thing, guys, is that pitaya, it tends to be expensive here in the market. Mostly, guys, because one cactus can grow just up to 8 pitayas at the same time. Which means that growing them in a commercial way can be complicated.
She done chopped it up.
Guys, to me, the main difference among the yellow variety and the pink variety is like the difference among a cucumber and watermelon. Guys, as you can see, pitaya is also really watery, right? Also, cucumbers, they are also really watery, but they taste like nothing. To me, that's the pink variety. But the yellow variety, guys, to me is pretty similar to watermelon because it is also really watery, but it is way sweeter in comparison. There you go. Pitaya. So, guys, the fruit doesn't tend to be that popular, mostly because it is expensive. As I told you, one cactus can just grow up to 8 pitayas at the same time. Also, guys, because of another reason that I'm gonna tell you as soon as you try it, right? So, guys, try it, and I will tell you the reason why it's not so popular. Perfect. You all have tried it.
You
Try
said
it.
I want to know
That
now.
sounds like a
Try
setup.
it. Guys, let's say that the main
taste like
reason
that.
why pitaya is not that popular is because the seeds of pitaya are known for their
It
laxative
does it
effect.
sweet. Laxative?
Exactly.
But my tummy hurt. Why would I do that?
Bro, I'll be.
Why would I do that? Why would you do that to me?
Well done.
You only got one.
But actually, my mom is just rich in
I got a whole
fiber.
food tour schedule.
So it is the opposite thing.
Yeah.
You're more than protect. Guys, let's say that Colombians mostly eat pitaya when we're constipated. So when you see a Colombian eating pitaya, it's because they're constipated. Guys, also, they tend to be expensive. When they are not in season, one pitaya can cost you 8,000 pesos, 9,000 pesos for each pitaya. Right? So it is a fruit that sends you to the bathroom and it is also expensive. It is not that popular, which to me is unfortunate because it is one of my favorite fruits. Guys, to me it tastes really, really good, at least in comparison to the pink variety.
Yep.
Right? Also, guys, it happens a lot to tourists that they come here to the market by themselves. They see pitayas, they think that they look awesome. They buy lots of them and they eat them like they were oranges. So they eat
toilet
5, 6, 7 pitayas at once. Guys, once in a tour I was explaining the laxative effects, and one tourist, he grabbed his head and he was like, that's the reason why I've been going to the bathroom 3 days straight. He thought that it was water, but it was that he was eating pitaya every single day for breakfast.
Wow.
So it has a powerful effect. But guys, this little
have some
amount
water,
is not
babe?
gonna send you to the bathroom, right? You have to actually eat a big one in order for
I
it to
should've
have an
finished
effect on your
mine
body.
then.
But guys, I highly recommend you don't eat more pitaya for today. Right?
Don't you got
This
this
amount
She
is more
said,
than
he
perfect.
said if you eat one, then that's the effect.
So guys, that was pitaya. So people, now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna try the last fruit for today's tour. People, the fruit that I'm talking about is called guanábana.
Oh, that's what he
Sour
said.
sauce.
Sour sauce.
The sour sauce, no sugar apple. Careful.
No.
It is
Different country.
Yes, but sugar apple, somebody.
I
A
know
sugar
what sugar
apple
apple
is
is.
smoky.
But it is similar. People have told me that it's similar, but it's not the same flavor. Guys, the thing with sour sauce, with guanábana, is that when it gets ripe, it gets really fragile.
Does it taste like a banana?
Sorry?
Guanabana.
Guanábana, like the song from, like it was Plaza Sésamo, like guanábana. You haven't heard it, no? Sorry. Guys, sorry, I'm just 22 years old. Santi, sí, claro. Exacto, he knows what I'm talking about, he gets me. Guys, let's say that the thing with guanábana is that they're gigantic. So, when they get ripe, they get extremely fragile. So, most of the vendors, they don't like you touching their guanábanas. People careful. They don't like you touching their guanábanas. Guys, because it gets so fragile that you touch it and it falls apart. So if you break the whole guanabana, you pay for the whole guanabana. Right? What they do over here is that they remove the seeds and they give it to us. Guys, it is cold because they keep it on the fridge. Other than that, it is totally fresh, right? So, the spoon.
You can make ice cream out of it too.
Sorry?
I think they
Make
do.
ice cream.
You also make ice cream with guanabana. It is perfect.
I just need a little bit.
I was thinking that, but you know, it doesn't look like it comes in a little bit form.
Guys, actually, this one is a little bit frozen. So it's gonna be closer to ice cream. I mean,
There's an our smoothie sauce.
you ordered already a smoothie with guanabana, or guys, to me,
Oh, that's big.
this one is a big shot. So people, the thing with guanabana is that it is really rich in fiber, which means that
Man, he gonna have us.
it is the perfect. You sure?
Strong and empty.
Good.
We got protein and fiber.
I know. I'm waiting on you.
It was complicated to handle it. Guys, let's say that to me, guys, guanabana is actually really rich in fiber, which means that when you start eating the guanabana, you're still chewing the guanabana. 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, you're still chewing the guanabana. Half an hour later, you're still chewing the guanabana. So guys, you have to give up. You give up and you swallow the thing, because it is really rich in fiber. You chew it for really, really long time, right? Guys, what's this second fruit that we try for today's trip?
Pinky foot one.
But what's the name of it?
Oh wait, no, I think it's stinky feet.
Algarroba. Guys, the second fruit that we try for today's tour is algarroba, the one that is also called pecueca, like your dirty feet, right? Guys, after algarroba, after pecueca, we went to the corn section. We talked about corn. We got to talk about the process of corn and how we Colombians actually consume it. People, after the corn section, we went to the aphrodisiac section. And we tried chontaduro, exactly.
Because I was really over here like.
Guys, the one that is known to actually boost your levels of testosterone. But you have to eat it during 50 days on an empty stomach, right? So guys, even though we didn't consume it directly, we drank chontaduro juice with porojo, the fruit that you saw sitting over there in the back, right?
Is that what it looks like as a fruit?
Sorry?
No.
This is how the fruit looks like. And they bag it like this when it gets ripe because it gets really messy to handle. This is the one that was combined with the chontaduro juice, right? The one that you can add the other specialties to. The vitamins, exactly, the vitamins. Perfect. People, after that, we went downstairs and we tried mamoncillo. We tried mamoncillo, one of the most popular fruits here in Colombia. The one that you give to children when you want them to be quiet, right? When you want them not to ask questions, right? No, just kidding. Guys, after mamoncillo, we tried rambutan, the one that comes from Southeast Asia, the one that is also part of the lychee family. Guys, as I told you, I don't have a rambutan card, so let's imagine that there's a rambutan card over here, right? Guys, after rambutan, we actually tried goldenberry, gooseberry, the uchua, the one that tends to be really, really expensive in Europe, but here in Colombia it's extremely affordable. Guys, after mamoncillo, rambutan, and uchua, we actually took a break. I gave you some time so you could wander around the market, so you could use the bathroom, so you could rest. In your case, you bought mangoes. In your case, you went around looking for things, right? So guys, after the break, we came back and we tried madroño. With madroño, I also don't have a card for it, alright? But I'm gonna do something even better. I'm gonna place the madroño over there, guys, right? So, people, after the madroño, the one that is also known as the mangostino criollo, we went to the back and we tried, guys, the passion fruit. Exactly. We tried the 3 main varieties of passion fruit, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm scared of birds.
No worries. He disappeared? No bird. No bird. There's no bird over there.
You told me it was a bird. Hey, hold on, babe. You was walking under you. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Why would you point it out?
She just saw you, just scared of it. Oh. And you're like, it's behind you.
I gotta watch.
Cause I always know she feel like she's crazy. Oh, there's a bird. Nobody see a bird. Everybody looking for a bird.
Take another mammoth. Take another mammoth. Right? Take another mammoth. I'm just kidding. So guys, let's say that after that we went down to her. We went to the back and we tried the passion fruit. Passion fruit all around the world, Gulupa. The one that we mostly export here in Colombia, right? Guys, after Gulupa, we actually tried also Maracuya, the most popular passion fruit here in Colombia. The one that is known for its strong character, right? And also, guys, give me one moment, we tried. Did I forget the card over there? No, I didn't, or did I? Guys, it seems like I forgot the granadilla card. So let's imagine granadilla card over here. I'm gonna bring it in a moment, alright? And guys, after the passion fruit, oh well, even though we didn't try, we also talk about curuba, which to me is not the best passion fruit, right? And guys, after that we tried dragon fruit, pitaya, the one that is known for its laxative effect, right? The one that I wouldn't recommend you buy more of it today, guys, right? You eat more of it. And finally, guys, we came here and we tried guanábana, the sour salt, right? The one that tends to be complicated to handle. So people, all of these fruits, plus rambutan, plus granadilla, are all the fruits that we try for today's tour.
You've got some vacation time. You and your girlfriend, too bad mind. Bad when you're